Hello, hello. Spirit House here. I just wanted to talk about kind of what I've ascertained, like over the last 3 years, going through this journey from the time I first realized that I was actually chosen because I've been like under spiritual attack since I was a young child, and just in illusions. I've always been one to speak the truth, but everyone thought I was crazy, for a long time. My family, every single one of them has just kind of brushed me off. Oh, Heather's in her own little world, this, that, but I always would like have a hunch on something, and then I would go do my research and my diligence, and I would find out it was true, and have things to back it up with. And so that led me, looking into those things led me down other rabbit holes that I would have rather not even have gone down, but that revealed other truths. And, one thing leads to another. And I knew, I would swear on my life, that it was the truth, but like most people just thought, oh, that's so far fetched, whatever, Heather, this kind of thing. But this is the truth, and I know now to, if I had only relied and not listened to other people, and relied on my intuition my whole life, because I'm an empath, and I've had a close connection to spirit since before I could even talk. I remember, but if I had relied on my intuition, I would be right every time. I would have avoided so many pitfalls in my life if I had just not listened to other people and just, went within more often. And there was a time when I strayed away from that, completely, which is what led to my dark night of the soul and what led me to this point. But anyways, 3 years ago, I had no idea. I knew that I was spiritually connected all my life, and I just kind of thought that a lot of people were, if they were religious or what, this or that. I never, I didn't prescribe. I left a denominational church at 8, but I still, felt very connected. But I strayed away from that because of a number of course of events over my life and came back to it full circle. But, make a long story short, I had no idea I was chosen or anything, that I was different. I just knew I didn't feel like I belonged here. I used to think I was alien from the time I was like 4 or 5. Or that everyone else was an alien, which didn't make any sense, Later I realized by like 5 or 6 that, oh, it must be me that's the alien, because why would everyone else be observing me or be targeting me? And I knew I was targeted in some way, but I didn't really know about spiritual warfare or anything like that at that point. But but over the last 3 years, when I realized that I actually had an important purpose, um, you know, I realized, over much observation and inner, going within meditation every day, pretty much for like 3 hours over the last couple years, um, that everyone on this path, most light workers of any kind, whether, no matter what you want to call yourself, chosen, a star seed, whatever, um, if you have a divine counterpart or a twin flame, each one of you, the masculine and the feminine aspects, whether you're same sex or whatever, what you embody the most, you will both encounter a false flame that is going to try to block you from your divine purpose and your divine counterpart. Every single one of you will have a false flame, and a lot of you will fall for it. I mean, I did. I did it first. I didn't even know I was chosen or, anything special really. But that's the problem. And what the point of this message is that if you are a spiritual person and you feel close to God or whoever you pray to, it doesn't have to be God, it could be Allah, anybody, if you feel spiritually and you're on the light side of things, you're not doing dark work to manipulate people's free will, okay, then you can avoid a lot of problems by just going within immediately and really trying to resolve all of your past life trauma issues and heal before, if you're, and be alone for a while. I've been alone my whole life pretty much. I mean, I've had periods where one period where I was married for a length of time, and I didn't do that, and I just stayed in it for the sake of my children, and that was the worst thing I could have done, because it was a karmic individual I was married to, who was sent by my enemies, who I didn't realize. I didn't realize that, but who went after me, my money, and even though I gave him the house, everything. I gave him the house, the car. I just wanted to be rid of him. At that point, I was so, I was really sick. I was seriously ill at that point. I'd been poisoned, and I knew I was dying. And so I just said, take the house, take the car. I don't care. I just want, equal time with the kids. And that's it. You can have everything. I don't want it. But he still went after me. And not only me, because I'd been smart enough ahead of time to put everything that I owned into my family's name so that I didn't lose anything. Okay, I thought ahead about that. But at the same time, he went after my family, actually thinking that he could sue my family for money during the divorce. $26,000 later, he got nothing, and is still after my ass because he was a narcissist. I think he's behind some of what I've gone through, but not all of it. So, I'm being targeted from different places around the globe. Italy, Murano, Italy, some places here in Southern California, Illinois, Louisiana, Michigan, and Colorado, and New York or New Jersey. Those are all the different individuals and covens that are targeting me right now. But the main culprits are from this false flame, who is in Italy, who also has or pays for people here in the U.S. to look up my medical records, to come and do work on me, pays somebody to live in the house next door, it's like an empty house most of the time. They come in every full moon and every new moon for 3 days and do work on me, and then they leave, and it's empty the rest of the time. Nobody pays for electricity, heating, or air over there. So I know who it is. It's a voodoo priest and a voodoo priestess that alternate and take turns going next door to work on me. And it's crazy. It's like, but what you need to realize, if you can avoid this whole false flame thing and all of their associates and all of their evil, this is a war. It goes way deeper than you're thinking. And at first, you're going to think it's crazy or you're crazy. But after you go down that rabbit hole or suffer everything, you will realize, and God will, if you're aligned in the right way and you have protection in that way, will reveal everything to you. But until then, it would just be better to get it done with if you're younger and you feel connected to look at that, because you can avoid a lot of bullshit, to be honest with you. You can avoid a lot of grief and anger and strife and disappointment and heartbreak if you can just go down that path earlier in life. I know it doesn't happen to many of us, but this is what I would tell my younger self, okay? So I hope this helps somebody anyway. I love you all, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Okay, bye.